Hello, guys. Olekzander Usek wants trouble with Jake Paul because in his recent interview, he was asked that he was just playing the game of like what comes in your mouth when you heard a specific type of person. For example, what comes to you guys' mind when you heard my name? And you have to answer that in one word. That's the game. So he was doing the game for the zone. I think he's for his upcoming fight. So yeah. So he said when he was asked about Jake Paul and KSI, he said for KSI he said a vlogger, which really does not make any sense because KSI was never a vlogger. He started off as a gamer or a skit or a comedy channel. He was never like a vlogger, so that was kind of interesting. Or I don't know, maybe Usek thinks every YouTuber is a vlogger. I don't know. And and more interesting and thing was, I'm saying interesting because there's a reason. When he was asked about Jake Paul, he said, "Stop boxing." So that was interesting because Jake Paul and him have literally interacted with each other and they were cool. So I don't get it like with these people. When you meet these people, like they're so nice to you, but when you are not around, like they talk shit behind your back. It's so stupid. I'm still waiting for Jake to respond. I, I mean, I don't know. Maybe he doesn't like Jake. So my question is, if he doesn't like Jake, then why he was pretending? Why he was pretending to be nice with Jake Paul, if he really does not like Jake? So that that's a pretty interesting thing. And so why? Like he was scared. So he's a world champion boxer. Why he would be scared of like a Jake Paul? It makes no sense. I don't know why he does that. It's same with so many people. They're cool with Jake Paul, but when Jake's not around, they're like, "Oh, Jake Paul is a bad person. Jake Paul sucks. Jake Paul stopped boxing," and all kinds of insult. And I don't know what, but the thing is, I realized is I didn't knew Alexander Usek was a menace, but I now realize that he is actually a menace. Like, he wants trouble, dude. He really wants trouble. He really, really does trouble. Wants trouble. I don't know. I don't know how Jake would respond. If I was Jake, I would just probably talk a lot of shit because that is very disrespectful. To say someone to stop boxing or stop doing what they do, literally professionally, it's very disrespectful, and all Alexander would pay for it. Like he's a great boxer, but just because you're a great boxer doesn't mean wouldn't have to you wouldn't have consequences. Like it's such a cowardly behavior. Like I did not expect that from Usek, I'll be honest. It was a very shock for me. I really did not expect that from Usek. I thought he's a cool dude with no troubles. I don't think he wants trouble. But now I figured out he actually do wants trouble. And he wants trouble with someone it seems like they were cool. So I don't know what the fuck is I don't know what the fuck is going on here. But yeah, it is what it is, but so it's all fucking weird. It's same. I would love to see Jake Paul versus Alexander Usyk. Comment down below who do you think. I think I think probably Jake Paul wins because Alexander Usyk is kind of old now. I don't think he's fast as he used to be, and I think Jake is obviously in his prime. I think Jake can pace him up. But at the end of the day, he said what it said. He wants trouble, definitely wants trouble. So let's see what this goes. I mean, till now when I'm making this video, Jake hasn't responded yet. I don't know if Jake's responding or not. But let's see. I mean, I think Jake might respond because it's fucking Alexander Usyk and he's saying him to quit boxing. Mike and my so why all Usyk suddenly hate Jake Paul? I think because he's fighting Mike Tyson. A lot of people is hating him for him fighting a 57-year-old Mike Tyson. People saying it's old, you shouldn't fight an old Mike Tyson. And I think Usek, like all people, is a Mike Tyson fan, and is defending Mike Tyson and telling Jake to stop boxing because it does make sense because if Jake stop boxing, then he won't. The world won't have to see Jake knock out the greatest heavyweight champion of all time, Mike Tyson. So maybe that's why he's saying quit boxing because he doesn't want to get his idol Mike get leave the arena with the stretcher. But he can wish for it, he can cry for it, but that would never happen. That fight would never quit. That fight would never be cancelled. That fight was destined to be made since 2020, since 2019. That fight was destined to be made. Nobody can stop it. And yeah, I mean, he's taking shots. Fair play to him. Comment down below what do you guys thinks about it. Thinks about it. My English so bad. Think about it. Do you think Alexander Usyk is a coward? I think he's a coward because at least say that to his face. If you don't like him, if you don't like a person, just say that you don't like him in person. For example, me personally, if I don't like a person, I'm not gonna pretend to be nice with them when I meet. Nah, it's on side when I see this motherfucker. So if Alexander is doesn't like Jake Paul, then why it wasn't on site when he saw Jake Paul? Because I don't know, because he's more probably a coward, and that's why. I have no idea. Maybe he's a coward, maybe he's not. Anyways, comment down below. What do you think about this thing? Um, I don't know. The thing I have kind of criticism on this event is it's taking place so far back. The last time Jake fought was in March, and the fight is happening in July 20th. So why so far? Maybe the build up, but I would have liked it more if the fight would have been done by, I would say, June. July is just too late, or maybe May. I don't know. But I'm super hyped to see the Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson fight. Well, Alexander also called KSI a vlogger, so KSI also might respond. But yeah, I mean, people tries to discredit influencer boxers, but when every question of everything, influencer boxer gets into it. So who is actually winning? Obviously, the influencer boxers are winning because they're being mentioned, they're relevant. I know the boxing community is going to get pissed at me or mad at me if I say that, but influencer boxing is currently more famous than professional boxing, and it's just true. And people say it's unfortunate. I don't really think so. I think it's fortunate because influencer boxing is making boxing more famous. It's definitely true. People who have never been watching a boxing match would watch a boxing match because of influencer boxing. So I think the so-called traditional boxing scene should definitely encourage influencer boxing, and yeah, I mean, should definitely respect influencer boxing because boxing wouldn't have been in this place if it wasn't for influencer boxing. Influencer boxing literally rebirthed boxing. Uh, there was a point where in 2010s, boxing was very irrelevant. Nobody really watched any boxing match anyway. But then the KSI versus Joe Weller fight happened, and everybody was suddenly again interested in boxing. So yeah, I mean it is what it is. But comment down below what do you think about this scene. Are you team Alexander Usek, or are you team Jake Paul, or are you team KSI? Who are you supporting? And do you think Alexander Usyk's words are truth? Uh, Comment down below. I think it's it. I think the video is it. I don't think I have anything to say about it. Um, Last thing before I wrap up the video, it's my message to Usek. Usek, I know you are not seeing this video, but in chance if you see this video, like the thing you did is very disrespectful. You shouldn't be nice to a person in person, and when the person is not around, you say so much shit back in their back hand, in their bag. A lot of people say, "Oh, it's not talking shit in the bag because everybody is hearing this. It's on literally YouTube." Well, that's right. It's on YouTube, but is it right? Just because it's YouTube doesn't mean it's right. It's literally telling people who are very important in the influencer boxing scene and the whole boxing. Sorry, not influencer boxing. KSI, Jake Paul, these people are very big names in boxing. And to insult them, it's insulting boxing and hurting boxing. He says stop boxing to Jake Paul, but if I can swear on my mom's life, and I can give 100% assurance that if Jake Paul stops boxing, boxing would be irrelevant. The only reason boxing is relevant because of Jake Paul and probably KSI. And without them, what is boxing? Like boxing is pretty boring now without them. The whole boxing thing is alive because of them. I mean, I have heard like Ryan, like first of all, this situation is very confusing to me. Like, if anybody really knows this situation, you can really tell me. But the thing is, uh, so r- in after Jake Paul's fight, when Ryan Garcia said that he regrets teaching boxing to Jake Paul, which makes no sense. Which first of all makes no sense because Ryan Garcia never taught Jake Paul any boxing. He made one or two videos with Jake. That doesn't mean he taught Jake Paul boxing. I don't know what that even means. Uh, Ryan Garcia says, first of all, he's taught him boxing and he regrets teaching him boxing because he's doing well in boxing. I don't get it. And then Jake fucking in his podcast called called Ryan, and they sweared at each other, and they said, "Oh fuck you" type of conversation. Then everything happens, and then Jake says it's all scripted. It was not true at all, and it's another chance that it's the like it's when I kind of give Jake kind of criticism. At what point Jake would stop doing this? This is not funny. Trolling your viewers and playing with your viewers' emotions is not funny, Jake. You're 28 years old. You're turning 30. You need to be more mature, Jake. You can do this. You are older than Ryan. I can get that Ryan is not okay in his head, and he's also a kid. But you are older than Ryan, and you should know better, Jake. So why you are doing this? Why you are constantly like playing with your viewers' emotions? I don't get it. But I mean, it is what it is. So it was so weird, and Jake said it was all scripted. Like his interaction between Ryan Garcia, sorry, his beef with Ryan Garcia was fucking scripted, and Ryan also said he was playing, but I don't get it. Like why it was needed, I don't really get it. But anyways, I guess thanks for watching this video. Watch my old videos, watch my new videos, I mean cool videos like this. Like, subscribe, comment, share, and press the bell icon to see more videos like this. And as always, thanks for watching this video. And what do you think about this situation? Comment down below. And Olekzander Usek definitely is a coward, and he needs to be exposed. I would be supporting his every opponent because he's definitely not a nice guy. Anyways, thanks for watching this video, and bye bye. Bye.